$450 a month. High-rise condo. Is this worth it? Let's get into it. This is Angelo, an expat that just...
Oh, man. All right. This is new for me, but I'm going to react to a video from Pinoy Floyd of myself. And what I want to say is when I did this collab, I had the worst hair day ever. I don't understand what was going on this day, but either this was the terrible camera angle or just a bad day. But damn.
Relocated from the United States and is now calling the Philippines home. He's been living here for a couple of months and he finally decided he was done hotel hopping. He's been condo hunting for the last couple of weeks and wanted to show us his new place. As you know, Angelo has been hunting for the perfect condo. He's been here in the Philippines. He moved here from America. You guys roasted this person into oblivion.
Yeah, I will say these comments, I still get these kind of comments. Not on my channel, but on his channel. And they're always directed to either me or him. There was only one time I had a comment similar to this. My newest video, someone asked me, was I half Filipino or half black? And I'm like, I answered him in an honest way. But I think it's good to look back on your old self, how you used to look when you first arrive in a new country or new environment, and then look at yourself from back then, and then look at yourself now, and just see how much you've changed. One of my subscribers wanted me to make a video on how I've changed from the time I first arrived here and from the time now. So this is what we're doing.
From the last video. So we decided to do a follow-up for the condo tour for my buddy in the last video. All right, I had to get something to drink and I also realized I was in the wrong section of the building. But hey, I see my buddy. Yo, Angelo.
Oh, hey,
what's up, bro?
How's it going?
What's going on, bro? So they roasted you in the comment section last time.
Yeah.
So you're gonna show us your place. You were touring a lot of different places and you finally found a condo. So I appreciate you jumping back on the channel. Yeah. Hopefully they don't roast you again.
Hopefully.
Yeah, man. But hey, we can go ahead and get started with your tour. So just walk us through.
All right. Let's go.
So I no longer dress like this anymore. I don't wear these dress pants. This was me coming out of my, running my first business in the U.S. and I was dressing nice, having a clean cut and everything. So when I came over here to Southeast Asia, I was trying to keep this style, trying to look presentable, professional, only to realize it really doesn't matter, and I don't have to dress like that just to look good or look important. Because to be honest, I really didn't like dressing like this. To be honest, these just wasn't my really. Now, when it comes to flowers on shirts, floral shirts, I do like wearing floral shirts, but I just don't like wearing pants, tucked in shirts, and just this kind of clean cut. Because then when I don't get to see what I look like from the back or the side. I can only see if someone's like recording me, and I can see just from my eyes, I really don't like the look at all. So I chose to grow my hair out because this is how it was in my early days. Maybe when I was, when I graduated from college and I was back home in Montana, just letting my hair grow freely while doing, some agricultural stuff and, cowboy, rodeo, that lifestyle and everything. So I didn't need to dress clean just to, function in society.
Where is your place? This looks like a mall.
Oh well, the floor, the ground floor has a mall, has all the restaurants,
Okay.
some dental places.
Do you mind if we walk around this a little bit?
Yeah.
Before we actually check out your place? I see they have a grocery store.
Yeah. Wow. We've got endless restaurants. We even have a second floor of just restaurants. A lot of amenities.
Gotcha. So,
Sushi.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually pretty legit, bro. And
This is where I have to walk through every day when I come downstairs or down the elevator. I want to get something to eat. I have plenty of places to eat. I have 2 shopping malls. I have 2, well, of course, I have 7-Eleven and just every convenience store around, endless coffee shops, anything. I have everything from from a floor with the pool and into just a large study room, game room, everything. So I've been living pretty good. I just don't really take advantage of my amenities because I'm just a simple person.
this is really convenient to have all of these restaurants on this ground level.
And a place to get, household items,
Yeah.
groceries, anything.
Right.
By the way, I hate the grocery store. Save More grocery stores. I fucking hate shopping there because every time I shop there, it is like only the size for one person, and every time I'm trying to get to one side of the aisle, someone is either in the way, just standing there for no reason, or someone's coming this way and I have to go around, and every time I try to go around, it's like I have to go through a maze of people just to get to where I want to get to, and it makes me so frustrated. So instead of going to that Save More shopping mall, I just started going to the marketplace across the street, which is more spacious. Everything is a little bit cheaper and has more items, even vacuum sealed frozen meats instead of just meat that just, because the Save More place only has chicken and like a little bit of pork. But the marketplace has beef. I can get ground beef. I can make hamburgers. I can make everything with beef, pork, or chicken. Have every kind of cut that I need, even like so many different cheeses and fruits and vegetables, peppers, everything. So while this place is great for its value, it's just the grocery store is just severely lacking.
Okay. And when you come out to the street, everything's walking distance.
Nice.
Oh, ATM.
Okay, sweet. So you got some ATMs over there. Let me zoom in.
And also on the other side, there's
That shit never works. Every time I need to get cash and I go to that ATM, out of order, piss me off.
also another mall attached to it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wow.
So it's basically like 2 condo units joined together.
Man, I cannot do it with this haircut, man. Why? Why? I don't understand what was going through my head or my mind that said I needed to get a haircut. I don't understand. And the thing is, like, that's not even like where my hairline is actually supposed to be at. It's just, there was one time I got a really bad haircut, way worse than this, and it ended up taking an inch off. Oof. And it just, I had to go to somewhere called Baton to do some kind of movie production thing, and I should have just never got the haircut. I should have just left it alone and never did anything. To be honest, my biggest mistake was getting a haircut, because I used to just have a comb over or just have it combed over and slicked back. But I wanted to look professional because when I first came here, I was trying to do real estate before I knew I was getting scammed and used for or exploited, for free labor. Trying to look the part, but I guess it's whatever, man.
2 malls,
Nice.
separate malls. And also restaurants, ATMs, and just, oh yeah, stuff like spas, massages.
You've got to be paying an arm and a leg for this place.
No, it is actually very affordable. Very, very affordable. I pay mostly $407 a month. My utilities are usually $3 a month for water, and for electricity is like 50 bucks.
What else can you show us, bro?
So let's see. Well, we can go this way. So we've got some skincare services here. We have another coffee place over there, a noodles place, a breakout room, activity place, also a dental place right there. And then also this is where I get my coffee right here. Oh, yep, 7-Eleven there, some restaurants.
By the way, every time I stepped outside in this heat, I instantly start sweating. But after spending time here for a year, my body has adjusted and I can actually wear a hoodie in this weather now and be fine. I might sweat like a little bit, but it's all because I always sweat from the head first, but everything else stays good.
Massage place.
Wow.
Nail spa, barbershop. I get my hair cut here all the time. And then
Oh,
which
sweet.
I stopped going there. I quit going there. I mean, he does okay for haircuts, but it's just like
Just no more haircuts.
there was a reason why I never cut my hair when I was in Montana. And it's just because it just trying to get a haircut like this just to look normal, it just doesn't cut it for me. So I have to just wear my hair like it naturally is.
Even a Korean barbecue spot.
oh yeah, Korean barbecue spot.
Wow.
It's just not my style.
Yeah, bro, this place really has it all.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at a place like this, most Americans who are watching this, they're probably thinking, you've got to be paying an arm and a leg. I mean,
You're
to
not.
be in a high-rise condo in the United States where you have easy access to restaurants,
You'd be
bars,
paying
shops.
2,000 USD to live in like maybe a decent area,
Yeah, probably even more.
but you wouldn't have any of these amenities at all.
Exactly.
The thing is, if you use these amenities, if you use them frequently or often, then the value makes up for the size of the room, which is going to be shown later on in the video. But 400 USD, I mean, this is the last time I paid 400 USD, it was in South Dakota, and I had like a large living room, a kitchen, but no washer and dryer, 2 bedrooms, and a 1 bathroom and shower. So, and in a parking garage, of course. Not parking garage, parking lot. So I didn't have access to all the stuff. I had to drive so far to do anything like maybe get a haircut, to grocery shop. I had to drive 2 hours to go to a grocery store. But this is what happens when you kind of live in the middle of nowhere. You got cheap rent, but everything's far away. But then now here you got cheap rent, less room, but you have everything that you need, from household items to grocery stores to bars, nightlife, services, just anything you need to do. Plus the immigration office was just a few walks away, and I can go there, extend my visa without hardly any wait times, and it's just so quick and easy and simple. And I don't have to worry about being hassled for prices. Like I used to hear so many complaints, to see so many complaints on Reddit about each brung guy screws you over when it comes to visa extensions. But nope, the one that I go to, it is very convenient.
But out here, I mean, you're literally paying a fraction of a price.
Oh, and also we have coffee on the ground floor, produce that's sold at these vendors.
So Angelo just walked us around the premises.
Yep.
We took a tour of the exterior of the property, looking at some of these extra additions or amenities like these restaurants. You have bars, shops, everything, coffee spots, cafes, all of that good stuff.
And that was only half of it.
Exactly.
Hi.
Oh. Hey, I love Filipinos. They're so friendly in front of the camera. They're the friendliest people when you're out here vlogging. But now we're gonna check out his actual condo. He's gonna tell us a little bit more about the area, the location, why he chose this place.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate these elevators, man. They full. Takes forever to go up. Takes forever to go down. Takes forever to like wait for an elevator, and then there's always maintenance. So there'll be 6 elevators that used to work, but only 2 will work, and it's always maintenance on and off, and it's like, fuck, we're never gonna get anywhere.
So this is my place. I have everything I need. I got fridge, microwave, a kettle for hot water, sink, 2 eyes for cooking, cabinets.
This looks like, I'm sorry, this does look like a shoebox. At the time, because my eyes were so new, not my eyes were so new, this place was so new to my eyes. And, you know, being in Southeast Asia and just being exposed to so much, you don't really care about the size of the room because you're hardly staying in a room. You're always out and about. You're more outside than you are inside. Because most of the time in America, you spend most of your time working, and you only get to sleep and take shower and eat in your place, and then you go back out the next morning and you're gone for 12 hours, and then you come back and you rinse and repeat. But for here, I mean, having this tiny ass space, at the time, you know, it didn't matter because I was never here, only here to, you know, to sleep. But just since I don't go out anymore, I just kind of sit here. It does get kind of claustrophobic, and it's like, can't really do much. So, I mean, the only thing I could do is just work on stuff, watch TV, and maybe go for a walk. But I live a very boring, minimalistic life. I don't really do shit anymore.
A table. This is usually my workstation. Got a TV, smart TV, and rug, a couch. This also folds out too.
And then people were complaining about seeing my underwear on the rack. I mean, what are you supposed to do? That's how it is. You get a washer and you hang dry your clothes. Of course your underwear is going to be there. I mean, we expect you to not wear underwear?
Pretty roomy, I mean, for the price. But for the amenities and then also the room, I mean, you can't really beat it, so.
And did you have to furnish this place, or did this already come with this furniture?
Oh, all this stuff already came with the unit, so I didn't have to.
That's another thing too that kind of makes up for the value, is that the place comes with the furniture. It comes with the fridge, comes with the washer, it came with the fan, the TV, the bed, the frames, everything, the chairs, the table, the couch, the mirrors, everything. So versus having to rent an apartment where you have to buy your own furniture and buy everything, I'd say it kind of balances itself out when it comes to value. But still, for the room, it just kind of, you can find better deals if you go to places like Mandaluyong. Things are a little bit away from Makati.
Like add anything, it just came.
Wow, so you got a bed, sofa, table, all of this stuff.
The TV came with it.
Even the
fridge,
TV?
the microwave, yes. And then a lot of the appliance or dishes too came with it. Pots, pans, rice cookers, the kettle. Oh, let's see the bathroom too. So washer machine came with it.
Okay. Dude, you got a nice shower head too. They hooked it up for you.
Yeah. Also, that washer machine is very, very quiet. You hardly notice that it's on until it like beeps at you. So now we got the balcony.
Wow.
Look at that view.
Dude, this freaking view is sick.
And then we got the pool. There's also more stuff on the 7th and 8th floor.
Honestly, 450.
Yeah.
And you mentioned there are some other amenities that y'all have.
Yes. So I got every single
So there's more to it. There's more to it. I don't know what it is, but since I've been living here for so long, it just doesn't seem like all that, you know, when I look at the room. But that's what happens when you live in a place for a year. It's just like, it's whatever.
thing I ever need here, fire extinguisher in case.
So a lot of people would say this is a bit of a cozy apartment. Is this enough space for you? I mean, you're 6 foot, what, 6'3"?
6'4".
You're 6'4". Is this enough space for you?
It definitely is.
Shit.
It doesn't feel claustrophobic. It doesn't feel like too short. Everything's very
Not
a
yet.
good distance apart. So I can move around pretty easy. I can spread my legs. And I can just
Barely.
be comfortable.
I think that's the trade-off sometimes with a lot of these condos in the Philippines. They're
Yeah.
usually smaller than what we're used to in America. We're used to a lot of large spaces,
Yeah.
but this looks like this is, you know, pretty decent amount of space, especially for, you know, a single guy.
And I don't even, because like all the previous apartments I had, I've only used like a quarter of the apartment. Like a big living room, I never used it.
Yeah.
Another bedroom, never used it. And then I just have my bedroom and then bathroom and then that's it. And the kitchen.
What do y'all think of Angelo's apartment? How would you rate it 1 through 10? This is just the condo unit itself. We're gonna check out the rest of the amenities because Angelo's been hyping this spot up. He's been reading all of your comments. He knows all of you guys have been roasting him off the last video. So he wanted to do this video to, number one, give an update, and number two, show you guys the condo that he actually decided on. I'm gonna go check out the amenities, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Let's go.
Yeah, the thing is, I get roasted all the time, dude. I have so many haters, and you know, it gets to the point where it's inevitable. There's always going to be someone that has a problem with me. I could be in a room and never speak to no one, and I'll still bother people for existing.
There's a huge walking area. There's a pool for the kids. There's like a little playground area there, and then there's like playground here, and also inside is also just a wide study room.
So this is pool number 1, and then
Pool number 2 is
got
here
pool number 2
for
over there.
adults and kids.
Using it.
Oh, so there's actually 3 pools. The first pool and this one's like split off.
Okay.
So that one's for kids, and then this one's like all adult.
Look at that.
And you can just sit and chill, relax. There's even like dining tables on the other side.
Yeah.
And of course, it had the rain, so you can't do any walking around. The thing that gets on my nerves is every time you plan on doing something outside, it fucking rains. Every time.
Area.
This is the study room, so we gotta. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Very cozy, quiet.
So how would you rate this condo building on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would say a 9. A good 9.
What would make it a 10?
What would make it a 10? If it had a rooftop and a bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So rooftop and a bar would make it a 10. But you know, you have all of these great amenities, good price. You don't really have to leave the property because everything is here.
To be honest, being here all day, I'd be wanting to leave this place, dude. I'd be wanting to leave this place. It doesn't matter if you have all the amenities. It just gets so kind of suffocating. Because the thing is, when I've actually ate at all of these restaurants here, and some of them are just not good. There's like one Chinese place that I enjoy having noodles, and then the Japanese place that I went to, just the sushi's terrible. I only get like one dish there. I go to one place for coffee because they make the coffee like the way I like it, and they always have good desserts. I just don't feel for the other restaurants here. So I go I actually go pretty far out to eat some really good food. Maybe somewhere far away from Makati is usually where I go to get good food when I want to eat out. Sometimes I was gonna say BGC, but no, BGC ain't it either. It sometimes you have to find like those little small family restaurants. That's where the good food is. But some of these bigger popular food chains, nah, not feeling it.
Yeah, you don't have to leave. And also this building right next to us also has has a mall and mini restaurants and grocery stores.
So I'm guessing you would say you were very happy that you decided to move into this condo, right?
Yes, very happy because all the other condos, they don't have anything that this residence has.
Everything but a gym.
And then you got the jungle gym or children's playground. Good view. At nighttime, everything's lit up. It's another amenity is the views and the peace and quiet because like it's still quiet. The only thing I hear is just like the wind
It's quiet sometimes.
and like occasional like honks.
How did you know this place was the right place for you?
When it struck me, when I went to the 8th floor and then that went to the 7th floor, which is where we're standing. And even after touring the room, I already knew like, oh, I can live here. But just the fact that I went through the mall, the restaurants, just seeing all of this, and also just the fact that it had just a lot of just amenities all together in one area, one building, and also joined into another building with amenities.
Yeah.
So it's basically like getting 2 times 2.
And it looks like you're in a metro area of Metro Manila.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still in a very, popular area. It's not like you're on the outskirts of town or anything like that.
Nope. You're still a fair distance from like.
That's just why I have reliable sources when it comes to internet. I mean, I did have some troubles with internet a few months ago, but my internet has been reliable for my entire lease. Haven't had any scheduled power outages or last minute power outages for some maintenance. But overall, through the whole year, things have been great. The things that a lot of expats complain about, those are mostly in provinces or in the outskirts of major cities where rent is super cheap. So that's a trade-off. You get super cheap rent, but you have inconveniences and you don't have the same amenities and convenience to just, go to a restaurant or get a haircut, a terrible haircut like this one. Man, what in the hell, man? I don't understand. What happened? Why did I have to change back when I was in Montana and first upgrading my life or whatever? I'm kind of reverting back to my old self, which was more wholesome and more real than this version.
Like nightlife, some clubs. We got a club down the street. We have some bars that are just on this side where we have karaoke bars and also places to like bowl, play billiards. There's a lot of activities to do in this area. You basically can never run out of things to do.
What do you have to say to the subscribers that roasted you on the first video?
I would say it's not bright to judge too quickly if you haven't seen the full picture yet, because many people live in overpriced apartments, but they don't get the luxury of this pool area, this quiet area, study area, and the privilege to just be able to not leave the area and just shop where you live.
Then also one thing to mention, I know y'all were roasting Angelo from the first video, but that was the very first condo that we had toured. So y'all were just straight roasting my bro off of one condo, but he's toured, 4 or 5 different condos since then?
Actually, I've been touring like condos left and right.
Yeah.
And I've got some more to show too.
So, Angelo, what tips do you have for foreigners who want to move to the Philippines and are looking for a condo? What can you tell them?
So my tips are go to like Facebook Marketplace or get out and socialize, get to know some of the Filipinos here. Some of them can like guide you when you start making friends here. Because there was lots of condos that I didn't know like existed until like a friend of mine was like, hey, this person's looking for someone to rent, and it's like, oh, well, I'll go ahead and tour. So now I get like phone calls of like, hey, bro, I want you to come tour this place, and then I come tour, and I like it, and then now I pitch it to whoever. But also,
I almost forgot. I was like, who was texting me saying, hey, bro? And now I remember who it was.
so Facebook Marketplace is also a good, good place to look for it. You just make a post, hey, what you're looking for, what your budget is, and then people will reach out. It's just
I'm sorry about the captions, but he didn't really put in work when it came to the captions. He just made the auto captions and just left it like that. Probably on purpose, but
just that easy.
If you guys don't know, Angelo is a foreigner in the Philippines. He's also a content creator himself, and he's sharing his journey, his experience, and the knowledge that he's picked up, not just living in the Philippines, but also living abroad in Thailand as well. You spent some time out there in Thailand,
Oh yes,
right?
for sure.
Yeah, so he is all the way from Montana. He's from Montana, relocated to Thailand, and then ultimately relocated to the Philippines, and this is where he now calls home. So I'm gonna pin his channel name on the top of this video and also in the description and the first pinned comment. So y'all make sure to show him some love, check him out, go sub to his channel. He has a very unique background. Should I tell them a little bit about you? Like,
yeah, my background is so unrelatable and just, I'm not going to say unique. It's just unrelatable because nobody, when you travel abroad, who do you know or who would you meet that is from a rural area in Montana or any place from like North Dakota or South Dakota or even Wyoming? You don't, because nobody up there really travels or thinks about leaving the country because they have farmland, and they just when you live in the middle of nowhere, you kind of just, that is your world. Your world is wildlife, friends, friendship. Like every day was just me wondering, who am I going to see today? I would drive many miles, many hours just to see people that I wanted to see and spend time, have drinks, have smokes, and just, make food and things like that. I do kind of miss it though.
just like a little teaser.
I mean, I guess.
Okay, you would not guess, but this guy was a freaking cowboy. His vibe is completely different. Yes, Angelo used to be a cowboy back in the United States, and he became a digital nomad. He's now, teaching overseas, and he does stocks, trading, and a bunch of other cool stuff. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about his journey and what it took from him to get from Montana to the United States, or if you're interested in, teaching English online, or teaching English abroad, or getting remote work, definitely check out his channel. You can't miss. He's dropping content every single week. So I appreciate you jumping on the channel, bro.
I do too.
I'm glad we can make this part 2 video so they don't roast you.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy, that first one.
Do you have anything else to say to the subscribers, to the people watching?
I would say thank you, and also just get out and travel and explore some, explore the world.
Hey, we're gonna wrap up over here, but
All right, I'm done. So to answer some questions before anyone is going to ask if they even make it to the end of this video. Yes, I have a missing tooth because I had an accident. That kind of comes with the lifestyle when you live in Montana, is you deal with a lot of conflict. You can deal with a lot of just things that can happen. So I used to have a very chaotic life when I lived in Montana. well, not when I lived in Montana. My whole life was always chaotic. I was always doing something outdoors, adventurous, always, with guns, with hunting, with climbing, with camping, hiking, cave exploring. I did all kinds of stuff. Riding horses, riding bulls, going to rodeos, flying planes with friends and stuff like that. I did some very chaotic stuff. So it's hard for me to share my life with people because it's so unrelatable. No one is ever going to be able to relate to me because they've never had these kind of exposures or never lived this kind of life, and it can be kind of isolating. But I was raised and lived and brought up in entirely different culture than the rest of Americans in America. So when people try to box me in, it just doesn't seem right. So me changing my style and changing all this was just me trying to like fit in and be normal around people. But I'm starting to learn that it's just not me. So I don't wear these dress pants anymore. I kind of just wear my style of clothes. I just wear something that's comfortable. I don't care about looking professional or clean. I just rather wear what I want to wear and not try to impress anyone. Because I feel like I look the best when I dress how I want to dress. But anyway, if you got any questions, leave a comment in the comments. I'll answer them the best I can. But since this video was made, which was like a year ago, last year, there's gonna be some major changes that are not gonna be. They'll be possible, but they're gonna be 2 times as hard than it was back then. So, if you're asking about remote work, about English teaching, with the current events that's going on with AI, with these global conflicts, things are getting tighter and tighter when it comes to remote work. So it might not work out for you, but you can still try. So if you like the video, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.